everyone, Brewmaster here with another great ale review. For tonight, I have something that I think will be very special. I have had the other two that they make from Rochefort, which is the Trappistes Rochefort 8 and the Trappistes Rochefort 10. This is the Trappistes Rochefort 6. This is, as far as I know, the oldest of the three brews, ales. This is an authentic Trappist product. There are only, as I know, either 10 or there might be 11 now. The 11th might have been approved, but I know there are 10 actual approved for using the moniker there, Trappist product. This one comes in at 7.5% ABV. It's an 11.2 fluid ounce bottle. This one should be delectable, as all the others are. It is probably my favorite brewery, if not my second favorite. It comes in on Beer Advocate with a 92 rating and a 94 from the Bros. Rate Beer gives it a 98 overall and a 98 for style, so very highly rated. This is the red cap. It is from the Abbey of Saint Remy, which opened at I believe 1230, and they started brewing beer around 1595. Let's see. Does it have a? Let's see. Best before 2/14/2018, and I think that they give these 5 years. So this is probably already 2 years old. If I'm correct, this is 2 years old, which is only going to probably help the flavor. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, guys, but I live in West Virginia, and the weather here has been getting really nice lately. I would say today got up to about 73, and it's still probably about 63, 64 degrees right now, so it's actually really nice. With the lights I have and stuff in this room, it's actually a little bit warm. So it's very nice for me, and I am welcoming the delightful weather. I was tired of winter, tired of snow, tired of rain. It rained. Last week ended the series of about 10 straight days of rain. I mean, we had some flooding. It was not very pleasant. Be easy on this lid because I want to save this one. Like I said, this is the Rochefort 6. Let's get a pour and see what it looks like. I think this is probably just a little colder than what they suggest you serve it at, but it's probably 50 degrees, so not too far from it. Very, very, very highly carbonated. Whoa! Did you see that, guys? Beer foul. I'm trying to pour slowly because of the carbonation, but it did not work out in my favor. As you can see, this poured, and that was as easy as I could pour. A nice, fat 3-finger head. It is a very, very thick, very, like meringue-looking head. I mean, if you can see that, it actually is above, like there's a crest in the center above the rest. It's like a mountain of foam in there. It is a very pretty, medium brown, kind of a chestnut sort of a color, with a very slightly off-white head. There's lots of small bubbles, but there's also lots of big bubbles. Let me see if I can get you to, if you can hear that. There's lots of carbonation in there. Just got this glass. I figured it would be a pretty one to serve it in. Let's see if I can fit just a little bit more. Very carbonated. Good Lord. Probably one of the most carbonated beers I have ever had the pleasure to pour. Now, this is the only one of these I haven't tried, so let's get a nose and see what it smells like. It's going to be a nice surprise for me. See, when it comes to the 10 and the 8, I think the 10 is more smooth and has more of the Belgian yeast characteristics, the bitter, some of the phenols, the very warming rum raisin sort of a taste. Some like dried plums, some dried figs. The 8 comes in more fruity, like some juicy plums, some cherry maybe, less bitter, less of the warming. Now this one honestly smells more like the 10. It is a little more bitter, estery, biscuity. There's some red fruits like some cherries, a little bit of plum. Something else that there's a fig, plum, the cherries, maybe even just like a little bit of like brown sugar. Smells very good. Let's get a taste and see what this one tastes like. Fairly complex smelling ale. In all honesty, I think it even tastes a little more like the 10. It's got that sort of a bitter bite right off the front, smoothing out into a warm sort of a... It's a little warm also. For only being 7.5, the alcohol is detectable. It's nothing, you know, it's not really very warming. Just a slight amount, but you can tell it's there. But so it's got that bitter bite right off the front from the Belgian yeast. Then it's got a slight warming, dark fruit, the plum, a little bit of fig, a definite breadiness, a slight bit of caramel, and then the final thing you get was this nice tart cherry. Nice medium mouthfeel, lots of bubbles. Almost effervescent. It's so bubbly. Like a champagne sort of a bubbly. It's very, very carbonated. Wow, this is very pleasant. I mean, every beer they make, guys, if you can get anything from Rochefort, just do it. If you're just starting out on craft beer, you might not immediately be able to appreciate the complexity of a beer like this, but put it in your fridge. Drink a bunch of craft beers, taste a bunch of different things, and in a year or 8 months, try it, and these things will be one of your favorites. I'm positive. I would bet you on it. They're just so delectable. I mean, unless you just really don't like a Belgian style, which some people don't, and that's okay. But they're among my favorite of styles, and this one ranks very highly with me. If I was going to rate it right now, I would have to give it... I mean, I think I'm going right where they're at, 92 to 94. I mean, it's not like it's 100, but it's very, very high. This is an A. I mean, this is an A grade beer to me. Very, very tasty. Get the rest in here. It's warmed up a little bit since I started also. Some people do not like the sediment to be poured in, but I usually pour it in with the Roquefort. It is one that I do enjoy the taste that it adds. Made it just a little darker. Lots and lots of carbonation. Very, very foamy, slightly off-white head. This is just delectable. Now I'm going to taste it, and we'll see if that sediment, which I only got about half of it honestly, but we'll see if the sediment affected the flavor in any way and how it affected it. Definitely gave it a peppery, slightly more bitter taste. I mean, scent. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't see anyone not pouring the sediment in these. This just brings out cherry even more. A slightly sweet, almost like like almond like a sweet cherry and almond, like an amaretto almost. A little bit cherry, a little almond. It just, in these anyway, I don't like it in everything. My friend Danny, he doesn't really enjoy the sediment in these, but I just cannot help it. I mean, it does bring a little more bitterness in the 10, but especially in this 6, the fruit just pops even more. It gives it that much more spicy Belgian character. I love the sediment in this one. In just like he says in the Hefeweizens, I love the sediment in those. There's some beers that is meant to go in some. I guess maybe it's not, but in these, I rather enjoy it. I know Ommegang, it does say on their bottles, all their bottles, not to pour it, and I don't, because I trust them. You know, they know what they're doing. They know what their beer is supposed to taste like, and they say not to pour it. And I did try to pour it in one of the Ommegangs to see what would happen, and it got overly bitter, astringent. It really wasn't pleasant. So, you know, from then on, I listened to them. See my light flickering for some reason or another. I must have stepped on the cord. But in this one, I really, really like the sediment. If you guys have tried these, let me know what you think of any of the Trappistes Rochefort, whether it be the 6, 8, or 10. Leave it in the comments below. Please, guys, let me know. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you like about them, what you don't like about them, whether or not you like Belgian beers. What's your favorite style? Let me know so I know what to make next. I've always been making these videos for you guys. I want to make videos that you're interested in, things that will keep you interested and keep you coming back looking for more. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and leave me comments in the box below. Constructive criticism is always welcome. Cheers, guys.